This needs to change. The problem is poverty. If we don't stop poverty, it could lead to this. This problem is malnutrition. 1.3 billion people live in multidimensional poverty. 50% are children and 32% are under 10 years old. This graph shows the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index, known as MPI. Today, there are 1.3 billion MPI poor people. 83% of the MPI poor live in Sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. Half of MPI poor people are children. 90% of all children are MPI poor in South Sudan and Niger. Countries with the largest number of people living in multidimensional poverty are India, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. In developed countries, there are 19 million people that are undernourished. Near East and North Africa, there are 37 million people. Latin America and the Caribbean, there are 53 million people. Sub-Saharan Africa, there are 239 million people. Asia and the Pacific, there are 578 million people that are undernourished. The three faces of malnutrition. There are 42 million children under 5 that are overweight or obese. 156 million children under 5 who are stunted, which means too short for their age. There are 50 million children under 5 that are wasted, which means too thin for their height. 1 in 4 of the world's children are malnourished. 2.6 million hungry children die every year. That's 1 child every 12 seconds. What we can take from this. With this research, it is clear that a lot of people live in poverty, and most of them suffer from malnutrition. This suffering needs to end. The solution is donating to Action Against Hunger, the World Health Organization, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and other organizations to stop this pandemic. If we help donate, they go from this to this. We can do so much. The number 1 and number 2 spots that as part of the UN Sustainable Development Goals is no poverty and zero hunger. The UN plans to accomplish these tasks by 2030. If you look at this graph in year 2015, you can see the global levels of poverty going down. If we continue this trend, we can end poverty forever. If we do not take action on poverty, only 1 million child deaths will be prevented by the year 2030. However, if we do take action on poverty, 49 million child deaths will be prevented by the year 2030. It's time to take action.